Hey everyone, Friday, September 8th, 2023. I was on the web searching for concrete calculators and I found some good calculators, but I wanted to get into the math behind it. And I made this illustration hoping that it would help some others out there. So it's actually pretty easy. And if you look at it as two distinct components, your first component is your surface, which is usually measured in square feet. And that's okay, because you're going to convert it to square yards, and I'll show you how. Component number two is your depth, your linear depth, which is measured in linear inches, and I'll also show you how to convert that to yards. So, component number one, feet times feet divided by 9. So you have 3 feet across by 3 feet, 90 degrees. That is 9 square feet up on the surface. And if you divide that by 9, you get 1 square yard. So if it's 40 square feet up on the surface, divide that by 9. If it's 50 square feet up on the surface, divide that by 9. That's your component number one. Component number two is your linear depth, which you will need in yards. So the best way to do that is to divide by 36. In our cube example here, that is a 36-inch depth. So 36 divided by 36 naturally is 1. You have 1 cubic yard. 1 square yard times 1 linear yard is 1 cubic yard. So what if we only have 12 inches? That's essentially a third of a cube. And lo and behold, 12 divided by 36 is 0.3333. I took these out to 4 decimal places. You don't have to be as precise. Totally up to you. A 6-inch slab is 6 divided by 36. A 4-inch slab is 4 divided by 36. Pretty easy. So you got your two components now. If you multiply those, it'll give you a result in cubic yards. So, as a further example, if we take 8.5 feet, I made a real world example, 8.5 feet by 40 feet. Let's have a look at that. Let me clear these off the board. And let's have a look at our slab of 8.5 feet by 40 feet. 8.5 feet by 40 feet is, if you divide it by 9, is 37.777 square yards. A 4-inch slab, 4 divided by 36 is 0.111. So if you if you multiply your square yards times your linear yards, you get your cubic yards. And on a 4-inch slab, 37 square yards times 0.111 linear yards will give you roughly 4.2 cubic yards. And that's how that works. If you're getting bags from Home Depot, that's actually easier. Put these away. And let's have a look. Home Depot, bag of Quickcrete. Let's have a look at the label. So if you look at the label, it says here, based on an approximate yield of 0.45 cubic feet per 60-pound bag. Cubic feet, not cubic yards. So it's actually easier. If you look at it, one bag is half of this, roughly 0.45 cubic feet. This is 1 cubic feet here. So if you're pouring a 6-inch slab, essentially, do the math. Don't fudge it, do the math. But essentially, you're looking at about 9 bags for 1 square yard of a 6-inch slab. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, put it in the comments.